I am Sufia Khan from the Center for Peace and Spirituality. The generally held view among Muslims is that those who are not Muslims are Kafirs or unbelievers. Indeed, one justification for the violent jihad waged by Muslim extremists is that all those targeted by them are Kafirs, and by killing them and purifying the earth of them, they are carrying out a holy mission. But this is entirely a baseless supposition. Basically, the word kafir means a denier. It has never been used in the Quran to mean either an unbeliever or an infidel. So let us look into the context in which this word has been used in the Quran. The Prophet Muhammad began his mission in 610 CE. At that time, all the people except him were non-Muslims. When he invited them to respond to the call of monotheism, he never addressed them as "O Kafirs," but rather as "O man" or "O people." He continued to use this form of address throughout his life. That is, to him, all those who had not entered the fold of Islam were simply human beings. But even after 13 long years of preaching, the Meccans were not willing to acknowledge the truth of his words. It was then that God directed the Prophet to address them in the way as is mentioned in the chapter Al-Kafirun. Say, O you who deny the truth. It is clear from this verse that the Prophet did not utter these words on his own, but was directed by God to do so. No one else except the deniers of Mecca were addressed in this manner in the Quran. For instance, at the beginning of chapter Ar-Rum in the Quran mentions the Romans who had temporarily been conquered by the Persians. The Romans at that time were Christians, but the verses do not say the Roman Kafirs who have been defeated, but simply the Romans who have been defeated. The truth is that no human being, not even the Prophet, has the right to pass judgment on other people. God alone has the prerogative to do so. The Prophet Muhammad has given us stern warning in this regard. He once observed, when someone calls a person kafir or fasik, meaning sinner, wrongly, then such words will be returned to the caller. That means in the eyes of God, the caller himself will be held to be a kafir or fasik. So one who has the fear of God in his heart will never make such pronouncements about other people. According to the teachings of the Quran, the right behavior for a Muslim is to follow God's commandments in his own life, and so far as other people are concerned, he should regard them simply as human beings. He should never issue edicts against them, but rather, as their well-wisher, he should consider it his responsibility to convey God's message to them peacefully till his last breath.